yeah, y'all pull up on YouTube, man. I'm just gonna talk a little bit. As y'all know, ain't gonna be no Tim's Tidbit this Sunday. Since ain't gonna be no Tim's Tidbit this Sunday, I just decided to jump on and talk about, what's been going on. What's been going on is it's the end of the month, the end of the quarter. So y'all pull up on YouTube and let's have a discussion, man. Y'all pull up on YouTube, let's have a discussion. First person over there, say we in here. First person that pull up over there, say we in here. What's happening? Different not seeing me on here every day. I've been chilling, you know what I'm saying? I've been chilling. I appreciate y'all. I've been chilling. I ain't really been chilling. I've been busy, man. I've been real busy. Today I was crazy busy today. The adventures of Super Dad don't stop, you know what I'm saying? But I was able to do a couple things, and then so I came back. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go live, and I'm just gonna talk to my folk. I'm gonna just basically break down, what's been going on, what I want to see, what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? Look at a couple charts, a couple sector charts. Look at what the ES doing. Just looking at what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Talk about, what I'm saying, a little bit. Did you get into some push? Yeah. Gonna talk about that too. Gonna talk about that too. We gonna let's go ahead and start off with that. We're gonna start off with that. So today it was a crazy day. We had a 2 hour delay for the with the school system around here. So I ain't even get a chance to really even look at the market this morning, cause when the market opened up, I came in, got ready, started looking at my charts, had to leave at 9:45 to go take the kids. By the time I got back home, it was like I want to say it was like after 11. It was either 11 or right after 11, right? Couldn't take no trades, so then I went back out, ran some errands, and when I got back home, it was 2:30. It was 2:30, and I took a 450. Let me look. I took a 456 put. Right, took a 456 put, got stopped out immediately. Immediately, I got stopped out. Right, and then so when I got stopped out, I was waiting for the market to set up. I said, okay, it's looking like it want to go back up. Took a 457 call when it gave me a setup. Boom. Took 457 call. It started fitter fattering. So what I did when I took the 457 call and I saw that it was about to stop me out, as soon as it retraced back to a certain level, it was coming back up when I took the call. It came back up to a certain level and it stopped. I said it's going short. So as soon as it got to that fair value gap and it stopped, I immediately took a market order short for less contracts because it came back to the fair value gap and I was already in the long position, but I was down in the long position. So when it came back to the fair value gap, I ain't gonna set no limit order. I took a market order to get in, you know what I'm saying, with a smaller position size. And then I was like, okay, now I'm in both ways. If it do what I think it's gonna do, it's gonna stop this call out and I'm gonna take this loss on this call, but these puts gonna run. You know what I'm saying? Because I took both of them at a setup because the market could go either way. You see what I'm saying? And the call went against me, but the put didn't. And with them two contracts on that put, I made up for the 456 puts. I got 5 contracts, got stopped out. Right, with my risk tolerance, I think I risked about 14%, 15%. Right, took on the trade, took the 457 call, and I had less contracts, so I had a larger risk on that one. It was roughly around 28% that I had the risk on that, but I had less contracts. I had 3 contracts, and then I took the 454 put when it was looking like it was about to stop me out, and it retraced back up. It retraced back up to this fair value gap, and I was like, it's going short. And I got in with a market order just to get in because I didn't want to miss it trying to figure out what price I want to get, but I did with 2 contracts. So I was lowering my risk I'm a position size by lowering my I was lowering my risk by lowering my position size. And with the lower position size, I was able to, like, I lost 14% on the 5 contracts, like 28% on the 3 contracts, but then I hit for like 330% on the 2 contracts. So that's how I was able to get back in the green. I just, you know what I'm saying, I just kept my composure. You know what I'm saying? I kept my composure. I and when I after I lost the second trade, my sweetie called me on the phone, and you know I got to get on. When my sweetie called, I got to get on the phone with her. So I'm talking to her. I'm watching the candles. I'm getting stopped at. It's like I'm sitting here like, come on, come on, come on, come on, trying to focus. But I'm telling you, man, hey, the devil busy. The devil busy. He was trying to make me give up. He was trying to make me throw up my hands and be like, man, I done took 2 losses, can't do it. Nah. I had to stay. I stayed focused. I say because I knew the market was speaking. I knew the market was going down. Let me pull up my screen while I'm talking about this. I knew the market was going down the other day. If anybody remember when I put this on IG, when I put this on IG, you know what I'm saying? I still ain't seen Lex and Zay ain't give me their interpretation of it. I'm gonna punch both of them in the goozle when I see them. I don't know if that's a real thing. I just said I'll punch him in the goozle. But if you see right here, like I was these equal highs right here that never broke this high right here. Let me these hourly candles. This put me in the mindset of the SPY was getting ready to pull back a little bit. How long is it going to pull back? I don't know. How long I want it to pull back? I wanted to pull back at least another week so I can start deploying my capital, right? But since these are hourly candles, and when we made this high right here, right at what high? What's that high? Right? I think that's where I was when I hit that control D. Okay. Um, one. Yes, I see you. All right, here we go. When we put in this high right here of 46.31, right? We never got back to it, right? We never got back to it. And if you notice, this red candle right here, right? Once we start selling down off the high of 46.31, this red candle right here, when we came back up, we never bust through it. We came back up and challenged it and wicked back down, right? We sold down, we came back up again and challenged it, and we sold back off it again, right? So you got equal highs that's not breaking this high. So right, so after we start selling down again, you see we came back up, right? And we never broke this green candle right here. So you know what I'm saying? If the trend is like real, then the opposite color candles should support your bias, right? I appreciate that. It should support your bias, right? So as you see, these green candles right here, right? These green candles are not being broken by this downtrend, right? So once we got down here, and when we came all the way down to here, we wicked back up, right? But we didn't come to no area of real consolidation. And I put this line right here just to show when we came down, we came down to the top of the consolidation, right? And let me see what that is. 44.74, 44, I mean, yeah, 45.74.75, right, was the high of that candle, right? And 44.74.75 was the low of this candle. So this candle here and this candle here came wick for wick, and then it took back off. But I noticed it was at the top of the consolidation. So, you know what I'm saying? You may have had some people that was, you know, I ain't gonna say dumb, but you know, you may have had some people that was like they risk up on, I put they stop under here, but I don't see that. The real liquidity is gonna be up under here somewhere because this is under the consolidation, and the biggest amount of liquidity gonna be down here. So it's like once we couldn't get back above this high, that's when I went on IG and was like, I see us maybe coming back up here, breaking these equal highs, and then selling off. I haven't moved these candles. These candles just like they were when I drew them the other day. You know what I'm saying? They just the way it was when I drew them the other day. But it's like, but we didn't come up, and that even made me feel even more confident about we was gonna keep going down, because when you notice, right, this candle here, when I drew it, we was at one of these candles around here somewhere, because it was that night. It was that night when I did it. We was around here somewhere, and when we stopped coming up, and we never broke this green candle right here. We never, let me put a box around it, right? This is what really made me feel like, hey, we gonna keep going down, right? This just the mind of Tim Rogers, man. I'm just sharing my thoughts with y'all. We never, come on, Tim. We never overtook that candle right there, right? We never overtook that candle right there. And since we never overtook that green candle right here that I just highlighted, we came up into it, we stopped, and we started selling down. When we came back up again, right? Every bounce back up has been failing to break the previous high. That was just more and more and more confirmation to me that was that we was going. What you said, Big B? What Big B said on there? Say I was looking for the power hour drop to happen yesterday. Of course, it happened while I'm at work. Yeah, the power hour, you had to get it before power hour. Yesterday, I got it before power hour yesterday, and I stopped myself out the trade. I don't know if y'all saw my thing, but I stopped myself out the trade. I tried to move my stop, and I stopped myself out at 37%, and I sat there and watched that little bugger hit my 300% target. It hit my 300% target yesterday. And then today, I got stopped out twice. The first time I got stopped out, second time I got faked out, but on the third trade, I got it, and I hit that puppy for like 330%. I hit it for 330%. But the downside of it is I was down to my smallest position size when I hit the 330. If I'd hit the 330 with the 5 contracts, it'd have been real good. But I hit the 330 on 2 contracts because I had 5 stopped out, 3 stopped out, 2 hit it for 330%. But it happened to the best of us, man. You live to trade another day. That's all you can say. You live to trade another day. But what I was saying was, it's like, if you notice, every rally failed to break the previous high. It failed to break the previous high, and it failed to break the previous up close candle of that high. You know what I'm saying? So it was supporting the bearish thesis that I had. You know what I'm saying? Starting from here, this high, this rally failed, sold down. This rally failed. It didn't even break this high, sold down. This rally right here, well, I ain't gonna count, that's just a consolidation, but this rally here failed to break that right there. Sold down. It tried a little something there, but that's consolidation. Sold down. Here go, rally up, consolidation, rally up, failed to break the high of that rally. You know what I'm saying? Sold down, rally back up, failed to break the high. Sold down, come up. It's every rally is failing to break the previous high. So it was more and more and more and more enforcing, hey, we going down, hey, we going down, hey, we going down. And so that's why I was looking for the short at the end of the day today. You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, like, it just, like, here's like 12 o'clock in the morning, right? Right here where y'all can't even see it. I'm gonna put a line there. I'm gonna put a line there because y'all can't even see the okay, so all right, this I'm gonna make it yellow. This yellow line right here, make it a little bit fatter so you make sure y'all see it. That yellow line right there, that's 12 o'clock in the morning, right? Y'all know I'm a stickler. It ain't got to be perfect, but I can't help it. My ADD be acting up, right? That's 12 o'clock in the morning, right? That's starting out the 31st. And if you notice, right, if you notice, what you notice about the 31st, from 12 o'clock in the morning up until 16, this red candle, this big red candle right there, that's 1600. What you notice about that? It's just been slowly melting away. Slowly melting away. You know what I'm saying? And when you see a day that slowly melt away like that right now, and it's the end of the month, and it's the end of the quarter, all of this right here in Tim Rogers' world, this is just profit taking and rebalancing. You know what I'm saying? Profit taking and rebalancing. And anytime you got a market that has an extended run, if y'all like this, hit the like button for me. You know what I'm saying? They say that's good for the algorithm. They say that help more cousins see the content. If y'all liking what I'm saying, hit the like button. And y'all share this with some cousins and tell them to pull up if you think they'll get something out of this, man. I appreciate it. You know, so I'm out here doing this for the free 99 because I want all us to build this new Wakanda together, baby. It don't make no sense for me to be there by myself. Ain't gonna be nobody there but me and little Timmy Rogers over there. But, you know what I'm saying, from the 15th of March up until the 29th of March, we been on a tear. The market been on this thing been on a tear. You feel me? So anytime you get to the end of the month and the end of a quarter and the market been on a tear like that, the first thing come to your mind is somebody gonna be taking profit. You know what I'm saying? And it's time to rebalance. So they gonna be, since it's time to rebalance, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be that money got to shift around. You know what I'm saying? Money has to shift around. And what happened when you take large amounts of money out of the bigger positions? It pulls the market down. So if it's the end of the quarter and it's the end of the month, you know what I'm saying? It's the end of the quarter, so you got to close them quarterly contracts. You know what I'm saying? Them quarterly contracts gonna be some big positions. It's the end of the month, so you got to close them monthly contracts. You see what I'm saying? And so when you rolling it forward, guess what you're doing? You closing the old one and opening the new one. You see what I'm saying? And that will create some volatility like what we were seeing yesterday. Remember yesterday when it was like super duper volatile? And the reason why it was super duper volatile because when it's like just say the with the SPX, you know what I'm saying? Like the weekly expirations, they stop trading the day before. You see what I'm saying? So if you got an expiration for the SPX that's ending today, you know what I'm saying? It stopped trading yesterday, really. You know what I'm saying? Like a monthly expiration that's ending today, it stopped trading like yesterday. So like it's gonna make a lot of volatility. You see what I'm saying? But then when you got just the regular expirations that's expiring today, you got people taking money out of those. You know what I'm saying? You got people taking profit, so it's gonna be more of a bleed down. You see what I'm saying? But when you know what I'm saying, when you closing out them big positions, that create volatility because you taking a lot off, then you putting a lot back on. You taking a lot off and you putting a lot back on. So it's making all that volatility. You know what I'm saying? But like looking at a day like today, you know, let me go back to the hourly so you can see it good. I just moved to that so you can see, right? And then like yesterday, let me copy this real quick. Copy, paste, move this over to there. Look at the difference in the counter between yesterday and today. You see what I'm saying? Let me move this box out the way. I don't need it no more. Look at the difference between the counters of yesterday today. This is midnight, right? And then right around here is when you get to the London. Then when it hit the London, down, up. It get to the New York, down a lot, up a lot. You see what I'm saying? All that. This is what Big B was talking about. He was looking for the power hour right around here. But what happened? Right here we dropped it like it was hot. We got all the way down here to the top of this consolidation and then ran all the way back up to here. You see what I'm saying? And then overnight, we shot up some more right there, came up, and then we just slowly melted off. And then the bottom dropped out in the last hour. Slowly melted off and then made one more fake. This the fake me out that got me right here. Right there, boom. You know what I'm saying? Stopped me out, faked me out, dropped it. You see what I'm saying? That's I took 3 trades in this hour. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for the short to keep going because it was melting off. It came back, stopped me out, dropped down, got in long, faked me out, got back short, and then made, you know what I'm saying, went back to my initial bias because I saw it was faking me out. Right? So boom. But I just want to show the difference between yesterday and today. Yesterday was a whole lot of rebalancing and closing contracts and opening contracts because it was so volatile. And then today it was more rebalancing and more so profit taking because it was just like bleeding off. It wasn't real volatile and crazy like yesterday was. You know what I'm saying? It was just bleeding off. But so what else I want? It was something else I was gonna say. Oh, that was what was lending to my bias because we kept every rally failed to break a new high. Even yesterday during the volatile, you can see it yesterday during the volatile time. Every rally failed to break a new high. You know what I'm saying? It was the same thing. The market was looking real heavy. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by when I say the market be looking real heavy is because it's like the rallies are not breaking highs. They may be volatile, but they not breaking previous highs. So the market be looking real heavy. You know what I'm saying? Looking like it want to drop to the downside. All right, and then back to what I was talking about with the liquidity over here. We stopped at the top of the consolidation. You see what I'm saying? So when we stopped at the top of the consolidation, right, I'm like, okay, we still got liquidity to run because when we was dropping like this and just shot back up, I was thinking we're going up here above these equal highs to get the liquidity to drop low. That's why I made my arrow like go to the equal highs and then drop low, right? But we already had the liquidity, and this right here was just a fake me out. This was the bull trap right here when it came down and started shooting back up. That was the bull trap. You know what I'm saying? Going into the last day of the month and the last day of the quarter. That was the bull trap because we ain't run down here to get this liquidity under here. We came down, trapped them because they said, hey, it's going up. You see what I'm saying? And now that it's going up, guess what? Everybody and their mama thinking about this spot right here. They looking, this used to be resistance, and now look at the strong support. Man, this is strong. Look how it wicked up off of this. It came back and tested that resistance because it couldn't get through. It supported right here, supported. That's the third time it done touched it. That's technically a triple. 1, 2, 3 times it done tested it. And then guess what it did today? Faked them out real good again today. Came to the same spot. Came to the exact same spot. Hit it. Wicked up off it again. Ooh, yeah, they ready to go long. Cause look how that support kicking in. Use a lie. Down goes Frazier. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Down go, cause my bias was bearish from the rip. From yesterday, my bias was bearish. You can see my arrows. My bias was bearish, right? So now, what do I want from the ES? Do anybody got any questions about anything I'm saying? Or am I just running my mouth and boring y'all to death? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. Am I boring y'all to death or anybody getting anything out of this? Or do anybody got any questions? Let me know, man. Put it in the chat. You know, do anybody want to pull up and get on camera and ask me something? Let me know. I'll put a link in the chat right there. And if somebody want to pull up, you just click on it and come in. Let me know. Now what do I want to see? Let's go to we looked at the daily, right? On the daily, I don't need these no more. So I'll take them off. Right? So on this daily, as you can see, right? As you can see, it's like we've been on a tear, right? This right over here, this is January. This right here is the January 4th. This is the January highs. This one we made the 4801, right? We made the 4801 on January the 4th. 48.01 was the high that we made on January 4th, right up here. That was the new all-time high. And from then, we slid down, you know what I'm saying, in February, January 24th, we bounced back up. We were struggling. We came close to this fair value gap. Y'all remember when I was talking about we struggling to get to this fair value gap because we came just short of it, right? Let me draw it out again for anybody who can't see it or don't remember it, right? So we had a daily fair value gap right here, right? We had a daily fair value gap right here. I'm going to draw it all the way over to here, right? We had a daily fair value gap right there on the ES. We came down, couldn't really get to it right here, right? Came down again right here to this fair value gap there. Boom, hit that fair value gap there, came back up, couldn't get to it again, right? On a daily time frame, what are these right here? Equal highs. So you got equal highs, relative equal highs here. You got a fair value gap just above those equal highs, right? So we come down, we make, you know what I'm saying, the lowest low that we made during this downtrend. This is the lowest low that we made on February 24th, which was 4094.50. So we came from 48.01 all the way down to 4094.50. Let's get the calculator and see how much we slid. 48.01 minus 4094.5. 706 points. We slid 706 points from the 4th of January over to the 24th of February, right? So from the 4th of January to the 24th of February, we slid 706 points, right? So then we pitter-pattered around in this little zone right here. And so everybody was looking like, hey, we confirming it. We consolidating at the bottom. We confirming the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That's fine and dandy. I'm glad we confirmed the bottom. That's when we did that, and we did the checking the trend on March the 3rd. Y'all remember on March the 3rd when we did the checking the trend? Y'all remember this over here? Let me pull this up. Y'all remember on March 3rd when we did this here, the checking the trend? Right there, we went through all the sectors. We went through all the sectors and we drew out, you know what I'm saying? We drew out what they was doing, how they was trading, all in there right there. Can you go over what Kevo said? Can you go over the point you making about consolidation? You talk about the one when I said it didn't run liquidity, it stopped at the top of the consolidation. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about when you say when you say go over the point about the consolidation? Right, so we fitter-fatting around. We made, you know, consolidating at the bottom. We making the bottom. That's fine and dandy, right? So once we broke the trend line, you know what I'm saying. Once you break a trend line, you know all the trend traders looking for you to go up, make a new high, make another high, and then pull back down, test the trend line, make a higher low. You know what I'm saying. You need a low that's higher than this over here, right? You want to come up here, you want to break this high, you want to come back down and make a low that's higher than this low, you know what I'm saying? But don't break back through the downtrend for the downtrend to be over. You know what I'm saying? We broke the trend line, but for the uptrend to be confirmed, now we need to come down and make a higher low. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if we keep sliding now and make a lower low than 40, what's this right here? If we keep sliding down and make a lower low than 49.0450, then 49.0450, then this right here was just a lower high. That's all it is. If we happen to just sell off for about another 2 weeks and come lower than this 49.450, this right here is just another lower high in the grand scheme of things. Because this was the all-time high. And that means this downtrend is still intact, and this is just a lower high than that. But I don't think it is, because every sector has broken its downtrend, and some of them has even confirmed that the downtrend is over. You know what I'm saying? When you look at like when we was doing checking the trend, y'all remember we was doing checking, and I was like, hey, if you trade industrials, anything on there is a buyable pullback or whatever. XLI was it that? No, it went XLI. Might have been XLU. XLU, yeah, XLU. I was like, anything on XLU is a buyable pullback, and it went up. It broke the trend right here. We did it on March the 3rd, right? I was like, anything on this, it's and it pulled back. It'll be a buyable pullback if it don't go down. It pulled back, right? Made a low here, consolidated, pum, took off. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's a buyable pullback because you done broke the trend with force, came back. Now you've tested the trend by making a higher low. I mean, you've confirmed the uptrend by making a higher low, and then boom, to the moon. That was a buyable pullback. XLV. XLV, that was a buyable pullback. That was another one. I was like, it's a buyable pullback. Anything, because we did it on the 3rd. And once we broke, I was like, once we broke this high and we came back, I was like, any pullback that doesn't break below this low is a buyable pullback. And as you see, boom, we made it and we went back up. It's just basic technical analysis. That's all it is, basic technical analysis. But what? Let me see if oh yeah, about the okay. You say yeah about the consolidation. Okay, I get on that in just a minute. So um um yeah, like it. We got the equal highs. We got a let's slide over here so you can't see this, right? So here we go. We coming up. We coming up now. And just imagine looking back in time, like to back in a time when you can't see where we at now. You know what I'm saying? You can't see where we at now, but looking at the chart, this the kind of stuff that I see. This why I'm sharing it. This the kind of stuff that I see. Looking at the chart, when you can't see where we at now, this the stuff I look for. Now, we let me get this line out of here so it don't confuse nobody. So we came down, we came up, we couldn't get back to this fair value gap. We went back, we couldn't get back to this fair value gap. We made relative equal highs here, right? And we struggling to get to this fair value gap, right? All at the same time, we haven't broken this previous high, right? Here's the last up close sequence of this downtrend. You see what I'm saying? We coming down. This is the last up close sequence of this downtrend, right? So we struggling to get to this fair value gap, and we still haven't broken this up close sequence, right? So we make relative equal highs. So when we come down here and make these lows, right, and we start chopping around, and then we start shooting back up, in my mind, the first thing I'm thinking is we finna run these equal highs to grab liquidity, right? So if we coming to grab liquidity while we up here, we might as well go ahead and service this fair value gap and then sell it back down. Where do I want us to sell it back down to? I want us to come all the way back down to this fair value gap right down here. I want us to come all the way back down to this fair value gap right here. This would be my ideal way for this to trade. This is my ideal way for this to trade. And it's the same thing over here that I was talking about on the SPY. On SPY, when I said I want us to come up. See, this is the fair value gap on the SPY right there. But the fair value gap on the ES is here. Because the gaps be different because of how they trade. You know what I'm saying? How they trade throughout the night and throughout the day. But it's doing the same moves. You know what I'm saying? Like the movement of it is the same, right? So that SPY has broken these equal highs, right? The SPY has traded up. Nope, look at that. It actually got the same. It's like this fair value gap is lower. The ES don't have one down there like the SPY does. This is the one right here for the SPY, right there, that match up. The SPY actually, I just saw that because I ain't looked at this in for like ever, but I just saw that, boom, right there. So that's the same fair value gap. The ES just don't have one that's lower like the SPY did. Right? The ES don't have one that's lower like the SPY did. Right? Yep, see, because these overlap. Like this candle and that candle overlap on the ES, but it's different on the spot, right? So check it. We go up. I'm thinking we're gonna run these fairly equal high, relative equal highs, go ahead and service this fair value gap and sell it back down. And boom, look what it did. Almost to the freaking tick. How close was that? How close was that? That high of that candle is 46.31 even, and the low of this candle right here is 46.31.50. Two ticks off. Two ticks from being exactly even to the top of that fair value gap. And then what did we do? We did that on the 29th, and then yesterday and today we sold off. You see what I'm saying? We sold off. And when I was talking about this doing this, y'all remember this was back on March the 3rd. When I was talking about this doing this, because anybody that was on here, when we drew these lines, I was talking about coming up, servicing fair value gaps. I want to see them break these highs right here. I was like, I want to take care of this fair value gap and go down. But my ideal thing would be to break these relative equal highs, then sell off. And keep me honest. Go back and look at the video and be like, Tim, you lying. You ain't said that. But I remember saying that my idea would be breaking these, because I said that'll be breaking the highs, showing that we want to go higher, and then coming back down. And I ideally wanted to get back down to this fair value gap right here. That would be my perfect scenario. That would be my perfect scenario. So going back to that, right? And as you see, now that I done remarked this, and y'all see I just drew this back in. I ain't even have it marked no more. And it went up there pretty much to the tick, and then sold back down over yesterday and today, right? And all I did was look at, while we was back here somewhere, I looked at, we got these relative equal highs. We still haven't broken this last up sequence in this downtrend right here. And we done came down here and got some liquidity. Once we ran liquidity, we pitty-patted around collecting the longs. We collecting all the longs right here, right? We collecting all the longs down here. And then, whoop, we coming up. And then once we got up here, we hit this, we broke these highs right here, because this where the liquidity is sitting. For anybody who went short right here and went down, their stops is resting right up here where we got into on Tuesday. When we got it, we ran into their stops on Tuesday. When we got into their stops on Tuesday, we came on back down. We ran all this liquidity high and above these relative equal highs. Then we sold back down. Now, we just need to bust through this consolidation here and get back down to this fair value gap right here. Now, in a perfect world, I want it down here. That's a perfect world. But since we got this consolidation right here, this consolidation is giving me cause for concern. It's giving me cause for concern. If we can blast through this tomorrow or next week, I'll be real happy. But if we get right here and start fitter-fatting around or try to bounce back up, then I have to reassess, because this is where I really want the market to come to. Now, back to what I was saying about the liquidity on the consolidate. Back what I was saying about the consolidation, right? So whenever the market buys up or sells down, right? I'll put that line back there again, right? When this down trend right here, when this down segment right here came down and it bounced back up, it's bouncing back off the top of this consolidation. And if you put on a position, nobody's going to put their stop on the top side of consolidation, because that's asking to come get stopped out. You see what I'm saying? If you put your stop on the top of consolidation, that would be, I ain't gonna say idiotic. That's too harsh to say idiotic, because everybody got their own trade. But the norm is to hide your stop below or above consolidation. If you're going long here, if you go long here, you're not going to put your stop at break even when you start your trade. You're going to hide your stop below the consolidation, because in your mind you're looking for this to act as support. Why? Because this used to be resistance that was broken, so you're going to hide your stop below what used to be resistance. On the flip side, if it was coming like these people here, right, when this came down to here and went back up, and this came here, right? When people went long, if anybody went long anywhere in here on these green candles, guess where they put their stop? They hid their stops up under this consolidation. Why did they hide they stop under this consolidation? Because this right here is now the support. They put their stops down, and then it came back down, and this right here, they trapped them there. They trapped them there. Oh, they feel good. Some people probably re-up right here. When it sold back up off of this right here, some people probably re-up some more, thinking this is strong support right there. And then as soon as that thing bust through there, look at that. It came down right here, close to the bottom of the consolidation on this candle right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. It came close to the bottom of the consolidation, wicked back up, and then came down. As soon as it touched below and hit them stops, zoom, the bottom fell out it. The bottom fell out it. Why? Because they soaked up all that liquidity that was hiding down here. And it was a heap of it. Because guess where it took it to? It took it all the way down to this area. It dropped below this little area of upper consolidate. Like we consolidated right here, and then they had like a small, I call it the upper level of consolidation. Whenever you see it consolidating like that, and then it act like it's gonna break out, and it consolidate a little bit more, and then drop down and take off, it came all the way down to below this little upper level of consolidation. So right now, if it break through this right here, it might be downsies. It might be downsies for a while. But that's what I was talking about when I was talking about the consolidation. Don't nobody hide they stops on the top of support. They hide it on the bottom of underneath support. And don't nobody hide they support on the bottom of resistance. They hide it above the resistance. That's why when this candle right here, this green candle right here, when it came down and wicked back up right there, I was like, oh no, we not done going down, because we didn't run any stops. We just came down and bought back up for some reason, because no stops got ran. The stops are hiding up under here. That's what I meant by that. Like the explanation. Like the explanation, give things. Oh yeah, ain't nothing, man. We hear each one teach one, man. I don't know everything. These just be the thoughts in my head, man. And I try to explain it the way I need to hear it. So looking at what we got going on, I'm gonna pull up my MES chart, because I got some more lines on there that might help me say this a little bit better. Right? We already looked at it on the daily level, right? We looking at it on the daily level, and these lines right here, these are daily lines. These are daily highs that I was looking for it to get to. Like I was looking for it to get to this daily high right here sometime this week, right? This bottom line. I was looking for it to get there sometime, because these are them equal, excuse me, those them equal highs I was talking about, and this is the fair value gap I was talking about right here. It's just not marked, right? And then this is what I was looking for us to get to sometime this week, and we got there on Tuesday. What was the 29th? Was that Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. We got there Tuesday, right? And so the next area I was looking for us to get to was this high right here, because it's a fair value gap there, and this is the up sequence in this downtrend that I really need us to break on the ES to show me, hey, we want to go to all new highs, to all-time new highs. You see what I'm saying? Because until we break this up sequence right here, all-time new highs ain't in my vocabulary right now, because we still got the break. See, we came up to it and we touched it, this up sequence right here, but now we starting to sell back down. That means we need a catalyst. We need they need to come down here and get their big cousin to go back up there and fight with them. They need something. You know what I'm saying? This right here may just be some profit taking. You know what I'm saying? We might go into April and go ham. You know what I'm saying? We might go into April and go ham, take off and bust all-time highs. I'll be good for that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. I'll be glad of that because, you know, we getting up. We got us a nice uptrend. We getting us a pullback. If this little area right here start looking a little too funky, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I might start trying to scale into something. I don't know. If we get all the way down here like I want us to, I'm definitely gonna start scaling into something. Right? So on a weekly level, let me show you what I'm seeing like on a weekly level, right? On a weekly level, right? Tomorrow is gonna be an important day on a weekly level. These weekly candles right here. Look at it. Y'all can't even, I don't even think y'all can hardly see that. I gotta make this real fat so you can see it. Look what this week looking like. Right? This how we ended off the month. Right here. This the month. If you look at it let's look at the monthly first. Right? Look at it on the monthly, right? This how we ended the month, right? We ended the month green. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice bullish candle. We went way down here and we fall all the way back up to up there, and then we sold back down in the last 2 days. The last 2 days of the month, we was up here on Tuesday, closed out way up here, and then on Wednesday and Thursday, we sold all the way back down to right here, right? We closed the month out at, what did we close the month out? We closed the month out at 45, 30, 75, right? We opened the month at 45, 38, 50. We went as low as 41, 28, 75. We went as high as 46, 31 even. And we closed the month out at 45, 30, 75, right? Now, this is why I say tomorrow is a very important day, right? I'm going to go on a weekly, look on the weekly. Why my weekly ain't pulling up? Why my weekly not pulling up? Okay. All right, weekly. All right. So this is why I say tomorrow is an important day. Looking at the weekly candles, right? Looking at the weekly candles, look where we at on a weekly candle basis. What y'all see right here on this weekly candle basis. Somebody put it in the chat for me. What y'all see right here. Right? Right here on a weekly basis. Right? Somebody put it in the chat for me and tell me what y'all see right here. What I'm marking out on this weekly basis. What's this? What y'all see? What's the first thing you see and what's the second thing you see that I'm marking out right here? Right? The second thing, correct. The second thing is a fair value gap. And there you go, Kevo. The first thing was equal highs, right? What do we say about equal highs when we trade? When we sell down on a weekly basis, we sell down, right? We get liquidity here. That's the lowest low we got. Rocket it back up. You can tell we got some liquidity because we rocket it back up, right? Then we sold back down to that same area. And what we made down here, what's this right here? Equal lows, right? These are equal lows on a weekly time frame, right? Once we came down here, what did we do when we made them equal lows, right? Once we made those equal lows, right? Because when we came into this fair value gap this week, we sold back down off of it, right? We went back to the top of that same fair value gap again, sold back off of it hard, right? Sold all the way down here, ran liquidity, right? So, boom, move that fair value gap out the way because these weeks right here service that fair value gap. So once we service that fair value gap, right, this is, you know what I'm saying, you got your little intermediate high, whatever you want to call it, but it made equal highs, right? We came down and then we made equal lows. Once we made these equal lows, what did we do? We ran all the way back up. And soon as we went above those equal highs, look what happened. We came back down. So when we made these equal lows, we came up here and we ran these equal highs and we wicked off it like a mug. When did we wick off of for this week? Over the last 2 days. So over the last 2 days, we almost erased everything that we did in the week. We opened at we opened at 45, 35, 25, and we closed at 45, 40, 25. 5 points. We only made 5 points on the week after all of this moving around. You see what I'm saying? We only made 5 points all up during this week because over the last 2 days we erased everything that we had did except for 5 points. You see what I'm saying? And why did we do that? Because we sold. I mean, we bought up above these equal highs. You see what I'm saying? As soon as we hit them equal highs, we sold off like a big dog. That's why I say tomorrow is so important to what we gonna do. You feel me? If tomorrow we keep selling down, now mind you, now that we done went up here and broke these equal highs, you got two scenarios you're looking at, right? You got two scenarios you're looking at. The first fair value gap you got is right here, right? That's the first fair value gap you got right there on the weekly level. And then the second fair value gap you got is right there on the weekly level. You feel me? So now you got two fair value gaps that need to be serviced. You see what I'm saying? On a weekly level. So here we go tomorrow. What are we gonna do tomorrow? Are we gonna leave it like, cause this really ain't a fair value gap yet because tomorrow's not open. But as of now, this is what it is. So if tomorrow, just say if we come down and come all the way back down to here, come all the way back down to what this high is right here, 44.66. If we sell all the way down to 44.66 tomorrow, this fair value gap right here, that fair value gap won't exist. It won't be one. And this will be the only fair value gap that we have on a weekly level. You see what I'm saying? But once we run liquidity like this right here, what's up, boy? Once we run liquidity like this right here, now we got to take it somewhere. You see what I'm saying? We got to take that liquidity somewhere. So now that we done ran these and we've been looking real heavy, hey, I'm looking forward. I hope it come on down here. I hope it come on down here and service this. And what does that look like on the SPY? Let's see where that's going on the SPY. Right? Then put these on some weekly candles on the SPY. Boom. Put these on the weekly candles on the SPY. What does that look like on the SPY? Right here. Right there. And where is that? Where's that fair value gap at? Right there. Right there on my spot where I said that's where I wanted to ultimately get. The top of that fair value gap is right there at 43.32.32. Right? That's right. As soon as you get into this fair value gap that I was talking about, saying on the daily fair value gap, when I was like, hey, this is my ideal spot I wanted to get to. And I never even looked at the weekly. I just, it's all fractal. All this stuff is fractal. When we did this, I did it on daily candles when I marked it up. When I marked all that up, I did it all on daily candles. But it's all fractal. It all, it's the same thing on different time frames. So that's why I say tomorrow gonna be real important to show, what the market really want to do. Yeah, we can, we can trade down tomorrow a little bit, or we can try to bounce tomorrow. But at the end of the day, until we break this up close sequence, let me get on my daily. Until we break this up close sequence right here, until we break that up close sequence right there, all-time highs ain't even in my vocabulary, because we got to break this before. Now, breaking this right here, that shows me we want to go higher now. I'm convinced that the market wants to go higher, right? I was semi-convinced when we broke that downtrend. I was semi-convinced when we broke this downtrend line right here. You know what I'm saying? Once we came through here, I was semi-convinced. I'm like, okay, now all I need is the retest. Come back down. I want to get the retest of the trend line. I want to get the higher low. I want to service this fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? I was saying all that right there. I was saying, but once we broke this right here, I'm really convinced. Why? Because we taking out previous highs now. You know what I'm saying? We took out a previous high here. We took out a previous high here. We took out a previous high there. We're taking previous highs out. We're showing the strength that it wants to go back up. Now, we just need to come back down and service these fair value gaps so that we can go ahead and come up here and break this previous high over here. Can y'all see that? If we come over here and we break this previous high and then blast on off and break the all-time high. So that's what I'm looking for, man. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Tomorrow is going to be an important day, you know what I'm saying, to add to my thesis. What say, boy, SPX 4400? Boy say, put city. Put city, boy. Boy say put city. SPX 4400. You feel me? Hey man, I take what it give me, man. I trade what I see. I trade what I see. You feel me? Do anybody got any questions? Do anybody want to pull up and ask a question? I'll put the link in the chat. If you want to pull up and ask a question, I'll put link in the chat. If anybody want to just got a question, feel free to feel free to put it in the chat. Where's my get out my way. Okay. If anybody want to pull up, hit that link right there. I'm done. I'm done saying what I gotta say. Y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the share button. If anybody wanna pull up, click on the link, and I'll pull you in. Let you say something. It ain't gonna be no Tim's Tidbit on Sunday. So I just want to jump on and try to share something with y'all. I just try, a lot of times I just want to share my thoughts, my thought process. I feel like knowing why people doing something is more valuable than just getting a class sometime. You know what I'm saying? Just going off the dome. Just going off what it is, man.
What up?
What's happening? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
at the at the slave
Nolan Boy.
at the slave ship, unfortunately. Hey, today was a great day, man. To trade. If you
Yeah,
rock on them higher time frames, look at that hourly. The hour is beautiful.
yeah. It's I done took it down. Hold on.
Put my headphones on. Yeah. Look at the hourly on the ES.
Did I hold on. There you go. All right. You say the owlet.
Yeah, hourly.
Let's get to the owlet. Boom.
Your entry was about. See, the thing is, you have to be confident in your position to take a play before 9:30 because you see the gap it made up top. I want to say,
Let me spread this out. There you go.
yeah.
I'm looking for my count. Let me find. Okay, we got the 9 o'clock. So up in here, that's the got a 10 o'clock count, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock counter here, 9 o'clock counter there. So that's gonna be. Let me shrink it in a little bit.
Yeah. I want to say it was if you go to the hour and you look at that order block, and then when it got violated and it came back and it was a gap, and you short from the top of the gap. Yep.
Over here.
Yep. That's ES.
Yeah. You got that's from last night though. That's a gap from last night over here. And then you sure it was the hour? Or what? Oh, you think about the NQ? 15 minute. Mm-mm. I ain't even look. I wasn't looking at it today. Nah, I ain't seeing. I ain't seeing nothing on the ES. You sure you ain't thinking about the NQ? You know you've been trading NQ a whole lot. You on your computer or your phone? You still there?
And then we play edges, so we short from the top of the gap all the way down. Your entry like 4602.
4602.
But who the hard part is like holding that trade all day long. But like ICT say, man, that's what you gotta do sometimes. Because if you held
Oh
that
yeah,
all
that's
day
the
long,
same. That's the same
that's
gap
80
I was just
points.
looking at. This one here. That one there from the gap from last night. Yeah, 4602. It's got that's the bottom of the gap right there from last night. Oh, you talking about this one right here? That small gap right there.
You consistently win the futures. Uh, More than likely, wins and loss.
Yeah. Okay. So up in here, you talk about you went in right there at 9 o'clock on this calendar right here. Man, what's wrong with your cheap cell phone, man? You keep going out, I can't hear you. This man's cell phone cheap. Somebody say board constantly winning futures. You at work, man? You at work, boy? I can't hear nothing this man saying. Nolan. Come in, Nolan. While we waiting on board to fix his mic, do anybody got any questions? While we waiting on board to fix his mic, anybody got questions? Oh, he gone. Anybody got any questions? Anybody else want to pull up? What y'all think? What y'all think for tomorrow, man? What y'all think for tomorrow? I should have got a timestamp so I know when to cut this part out for the replay. I ain't gonna leave this part in on the replay. I'm gonna cut it out. Y'all ain't got nothing, man. Y'all ain't got nothing for me. Down day. All right, we got a down day. Oh, 8:30. That's what it was. I was looking at the wrong time. 8:30. Let's see where it's at. 8:30. Put on a 15-minute. 8:30 calendar. 8:30 calendar. Right here. This gap right there. That gap right there. Okay, I see it. Yeah, so this gap right there. And then you came in. This right here. 62. Yeah. See the 62, that's the same. Yeah, this just a lower time frame, but that's the same area I was looking for because that's the candle. So, and that was, yeah, that's 8:45. That's the play Boyd was talking about right there. You came in right there. Let me put a line right here and see what it looked like on the hourly. Right. So put a line there, and let me jump back to the hourly. See what that looked like. Right there. Yeah, that's the same. That's the same gap I was talking about from yesterday. That's the one I was talking about, and then it was one. It was a small one right in there. It's a small one right inside there. A small gap right there that it came through. Boom, went into that one, then sold back down. It went a little bit above it, but yeah, that would have been entry on the fair value gap that's there. You take a fair value gap there, and then you could put your stop above that high right there. If you took it off the top of the gap, you would have took a couple, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of heat from 60, from 600 even to you took 3 points. You took 3 points of heat, you stop up there, you know what I'm saying, safe up there, and then you could have held that all day. But that's the one that Boyd was talking about on the hourly time frame. That was the one that Boyd was talking about on the hourly time frame right there. And if you notice, when this came back up, it never overtook this previous high. Like I was saying, this high didn't overtake that one, right? When you came back up, this high never over. It didn't even overtake this one here, and that's really not a swing high. But this high didn't overtake this swing high. You see what I'm saying? And every attempt at a rally, you know what I'm saying, it failed to break that previous high, and it just took it. It was just like it was textbook. Like Boyd say, it was textbook. Boyd said that was a 70. But that was a 70-point move. Yep. But you have not to. Yeah. Yep. Not to be scared holding during 9:30 open. Yeah, cause that 9:30 open, you might get whipsawed like a big dog. Um, ICT video 13 do all bearish candles consolidation down close. ICT 13 do all bearish candle consolidations down close. I mean consider. I'm tripping. Do all bearish candles considered down close candles? What I mean, a a a, a a bearish candle is a down close candle. Like meaning you moving. Well, I ain't gonna say a bearish candle, but like it's like, you know what I'm saying, when the candle selling down, it's closing to the downside, so it's a down close candle. And when you buying it up and it close up, it's a up close candle. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it's closing up. And so it's like you when you sell, so it's that's what it is. But what are you asking about the down closed candles? Are you asking if it's an order block? Are you asking if it's a breaker? Like, what about the candle are you asking? Cause if it's if it's selling down and closed, that's a down closed candle. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a down closed candle there. You got a down closed candle there. You got a down closed candle here. All these, cause they're selling down and then closing. This is a up closed candle because it's buying up and then it's closing. You know what I'm saying? It's buying up and it's closing. You see what I'm saying? Like the candle is moving up and then it's closing, so it's a up closed candle. You see what I'm saying? But every down closed candle don't make an order block. Every up close candle don't make an order block. It's like it dealing with like your bias. Is your bias in? Is it going in a certain direction? Once that down close or up close candle is formed, like when it sells back up, sells down into it, or buys up into it, does it form a fair value gap? You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff together with the candle, the bias, and the fair value gap, all of that combined together is what makes it an order block. You know what I'm saying? You got to have all of those pieces of the puzzle to make it an order block, an ICT order block, that is. So, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have those pieces, it's not gonna be that. You would have got in on the 805 candle. Where 805 at? Let's see what 805 look like. Uh, I'm gonna go to the 5 minute so I can see the 805 candle. Am I on the right day? Am I still on the right day? Yeah, 31st. Yeah. So you say 805? 805 right here. Boom. That's a good buy. I mean, you'd have took more heat on the 5 minute level because you taking it right here off this fair value gap right here. You getting in at the top of this fair value gap right there. It's at 4,600. You would have took, no, it's the same amount of heat. Exact same amount of heat. You know what I'm saying? You took 3 points of heat. You know what I'm saying? If you got in on this candle right here, it's the same amount of heat, 3 points of heat. You know, if you got in on the 910 candle, if you got in on the 80, the 810 candle, 805, 805. I wouldn't have got in on 805 because 805 ain't hit the order block. But the 810 did. The 810, I mean, it didn't hit the fair value gap. 810 hit it. So, you know, so 805, 810, that's, you know, close enough for government work. But any entry on this candle, or this candle, you would have took the same amount of heat if you got in at the top of that gap right there. And it all would have been a good trade. You know what I'm saying? You answered the question. Just curious why he kept saying down close candle. I understand now. Thank. Oh, ain't no problem, Denise. I appreciate it. Hit the like button for me, Denise. Help other cousins see this video. Um, do we got any other questions? You, how you get them low interest for options? How you get them low interest for options? You talk about premium wise? You talk about low entry on the premium? Huh? Kevo, when you say them low entries, you talking about the premium? Help me out on that. Yeah, boy. I want us to push down. I want us to push lower. Two reasons why I want us to push lower. One, because I'm sitting on all cash in my swing account. My swing account is where I do my leaps and like my longer swings. I'm sitting in all cash right now. I want to deploy some cash. I don't like having all cash. I want my money to go to work. But I done changed. Like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? When we was making these lows down here, I would have been scaling in positions back in the day. But now I've changed my strategy where I only execute um when I get my triggers. I don't just guess like, oh, I think this is a bottom. I'm gonna start scaling in. Oh, this is a really good price. I'm gonna start scaling in. No, I do everything based off my triggers now. So if I don't get the best price in the world, I mean that don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that people got to do the same thing that I do, but that's just my choice of doing it like that. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna put it to you like this: my leaps that I let stop out and profit, right? My January 2024 470s um that I had bought for $48, right? I let them stop out and profit when we over here in February 24th, they had got all the way down to like $22. It was either 22 or $25, somewhere around there. So now they over 100% now. If I would have bought it down here again, they over 100%. I would be over 100% now, but that wasn't according to my plan. My January 2023 460s that I bought them for like $38, right? And back here on February, they had got all the way down to $12. They back up to like they was earlier this week, they was back up to like $35. That's over 100% on them January 2023s that I had. If I would have just bought down here at the low like I used to, it would have been a lucky trade, but it ain't according to no strategy, it ain't according to no plan. And nowadays, man, I feel like all money ain't good money. If it ain't according to my plan, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. Tips or tricks. Oh yeah, boy say we want the same thing. Entries. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, what they say? He want the cash to put into plays. That's why boy wanted to go low. Wanted to go. That's right. Um, I hope it stay up because I uploaded quite a bit. You unloaded quite a bit. Okay. You unloaded quite a bit. What do you mean you unloaded quite a bit? Unloaded quite a bit of cash when it was low. Hey, if you unloaded quite a bit of cash when it was low, just take some profit right now, and if when it pulled back, redeploy the capital again. But I ain't no financial advisor. I'm not a fiduciary. Nothing I say should be taking their financial advice. Do your own research. Investing involves considerable risk. You should always consult a financial advisor before making any investment decision. Hey man, if ain't nobody, we've been on here an hour and 17 minutes. If ain't nobody else got anything, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, man. Um, no no Tim's tidbit this Sunday. Uh, this Sunday we going out of town. We going on our spring vacation. So we ain't gonna have no Tim tidbit this Sunday. The Sunday following that, which is April the 10th, um, the little nephew Quanty gonna come on and do. It's gonna be a Tim's Tidbits takeover for the first time. Somebody else gonna do Tim's Tidbit. It ain't gonna be a lunchtime lesson takeover. It's gonna be a Tim Tidbit takeover. He gonna be doing Tim's Tidbit on market maker buy models and market maker sell models. The young nephew gonna come in and break it down for us. You feel me? Cause My eyes don't see it like that. I'm just honest. I don't see the models shaping up like that. I look at the price action, but I can't say, oh, we going into a market maker buy model, or we going to a market maker sell model. My eyes don't see it like that. But the young nephew Quantity gonna come on and he gonna break it down on April 20th. I mean April 10th. Spread the word, y'all. Let everybody know Quantity gonna pull up and do that. Again, no Tim's Tidbit next Sunday. Quantity gonna be on the 10th doing market maker buy models, market maker sell models. Um, and yeah, just want to come on and share this with y'all because we ain't been doing. I've been gone all week. If y'all got anything out of this, man, hit the like button. If y'all got anything out of this, share it so some other cousins can get something. Y'all can post it in your discords if you got any, post it on your timeline if you got any, post it in your stories if you got any, post it on your Twitter. Let's get this out to as many cousins as we can, man, so that you know what I'm saying, we all can build this new Wakanda together, man. Till the next time, y'all know what it is. Gone.